So I am loving this filter for real. Shout out to TikTok on this when they did their thing. Listen. That just went left real quick, didn't it? Whoa. I just want to answer something. Because I had a little birdie come through and say, hey, people want to know about contacting the ancestor realm. In order to contact your ancestor realm, let me tell you how I unintentionally contacted the ancestor realm. You know, when you start on your spiritual journey, sometimes you will start doing just meditations, right? Listen to sound healing and stuff. And so I was listening to waterfalls and sound healing, and an ancestor meditation came up. And it came up about 3 times before I just felt something that said, just go sit with your ancestors. And so I just kind of sat down, I had my little crystals or whatever. And at first I connected with my Indian ancestor. Yeah, I had an Indian guide. And a lot of this got activated when I got activated with the Holy Fire Reiki. Once I went through that activation, I seen all my ancestors there. And I was able to write it down because that day, the other person that was supposed to be there with me, they canceled. So I was in a class all by myself. And my Reiki master looked at me and she said, oh, you are a very powerful being. She said, it is an honor for me to be here with you. She said, I see why, that other person couldn't be here, right? And y'all, this woman, she did it out of her house, but the way she had it set up, the peace. But as we was there, I was tapping into her Akashic records. Now, she was seasoned in spirituality, and you could tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could tell that she was Queen of Sheba, reincarnated. And the guy that she was dating, he had that Solomon energy. And I was like, fuck. I said, whatever they got, I want it. You could feel the healing when you walk through the door. Okay? And so as I got activated, I started seeing and connecting with my ancestors. And so I wasn't afraid. But I connected with my ancestors that had traumatized me or knew about my SA trauma. And what spirit made me do was actually give me visions or dreams of what happened, and see how quick I could actually forgive. And I'm going to tell you, forgiveness and healing is not something that can be fake, because God will take you back through that. He took me to the same birthing room where I just had to lose my son 30 days prior. And you took me back to that room? Yeah, I want to see if you triggered. Hold on. Anyway, Source will test you to see if you're going to be triggered. And once you get to the point where you're not triggered and you can transmute the energy and you can actually learn from it and you can master being the student and the teacher at the same time, that is when you become a master. Shout out to Buddha. Listen, y'all, I never had Buddha outside next to the candles, but I tried it. And it was so healing. It's like he put a temple of protection around me. It was just like a whole nother layer of protection. Y'all, I slept so good last night. Baby, I slept well last night. It's like my auntie came and she put her angelic protection around me. Y'all, I did not know that my auntie was a whole damn earth angel. Because she was telling me about stuff from her childhood. Trigger warning for sexual trauma victims. You want to log off now. Anyway, on with the story. She was telling me, and my auntie died at 82, but she was telling me how she was young and she was seeing my grandma trying to sexually assault her sister. Her sister, in turn, ended up overdosing or dying in her sleep. And I was like, is these people really overdosing or dying in their sleep? Or is these folks being poisoned or killed because they going to the authorities? Now, I don't know the answers to them questions, but I will tell you this. Because my auntie has crossed over and she died from a broken heart, grieving her 2 sons that died. I think they died within a few days of each other, I think. Losing two kids within 2 days of each other. Oh, supernatural strength. And she still lived probably a decade after that. That is that's some strength. But what she was telling me as she got up in the spirit is that she was sent to break the curse. But because she felt the energy so strong, she couldn't go back in and face it. You know what I'm saying? And she couldn't deal with people that were not of divine lineage. Like angels, light workers, healers, true healers. You can't just mate with anybody. And if you mate with somebody, it's because they ancestors is running a favor for their bloodline. And if they fumble you, the penalty is so severe they don't even want to be on earth no more. What can you have after you have an earth angel? Psychic medium. You know what I'm saying? Psychic medium. Like some people are psychic, but they're not medium. I'm a psychic and a medium. I can read people's thoughts. I can read their gestures. I get prophetic dreams. I can see the future. I can connect with people's ancestors. That's how I know how who is supposed to be coming to me. Because your ancestors have already came to me and told me that you coming. I already know. Oh, somebody finna come. And I always listen, I entertain. I don't have time for it. I am not with the shits. Can you clear this up for me, Archangel Michael? See, it's already 12 archangels around me, around the clock. I got around the clock protection. When you are ascending master, you get that. It don't matter what people say about you. It don't matter if they believe in you or not. It's not gonna strip you of your power. I believe in Jesus, but a whole lot of people don't. And I don't force that on them. But it's not gonna strip the power from Jesus for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I grew up Christian, but I like Buddha. You know what I'm saying? I like the divine director. There's a lot of ascended masters. Like I really, really rock with. I rock with all of them because I see they light and I see they dark. A lot of people just see they light or they see they dark. Like Kali Ma, people just see Kali Ma dark, but I see Kali Ma light. Because before Kali Ma gets into a situation, because if Kali Ma get involved, it's some bullshit going on. And it's crazy because I look at the names like Remy Ma. Oh, that bitch is powerful. Don't fuck with it. Poo-poo. That ain't what you want. Just a word of advice. But anyway, we talk about people that carry the Kundalini energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know who I am. But if you cross me wrong, it's consequences to pay. It ain't no upgrade after Remy Ma. What do you get after that? She done been to prison. She done did what she had to do. She came out. She messed up the rap game. Man, Remy Ma came out ripping it. And this is when I really wasn't into female rappers. Like Eve was cool, but Eve had kind of like fell back once she wasn't whatever happened with Rough Riders. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's she had protection with the Rough Riders. You understand what I'm saying? She had protection with DMX. You understand how far this go? Shout out. Y'all, I'm a DMX. Y'all, I love DMX. When DMX died, I cried. I actually cried. It actually hurt me. You know, and I went back and I listened to some of his songs and I felt all of the aggression and pain that he was trying to get out. And I was like, how dare us as a society see him screaming for help and not help him? It is, oh, but God done sent somebody to help folks. I ain't scared to help folks. People that got demons on them, bring it on. I got you. I got you, Jesus.